Things you may or may not know about your 10th gen Honda Civic. Let's go! That's corny. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Time FK7, and today we're going to be doing another feature video of the 10th gen Honda Civic. Let's go! With the release of the 11th gen Hondas, I thought it would be a good idea of going back to the 10th gen Honda Civics and showing you guys some things you may or may not know about your cars. On to the first. Alright guys, so the first thing, which is the most obvious thing, and a lot of you might already know this, but we actually have a gas efficiency light on our hatchbacks. Do you see that green light right here? So if you're on the gas, then it's gonna turn white. So obviously if you're planning on saving gas, the greener that light is, the better. Now if I put it on sport mode, then this whole thing will turn white. And even if I let go of the gas, the RPMs are a lot higher in sport mode, so we're not really saving gas that much. So even if I put on the eco button in sport mode, we're not going to be saving gas. See how it's not turning green? But if we put it back on drive, then there you go, now it's back. By the way, eco mode versus drive mode gas consumption, they're pretty much the same, honestly. I found that eco mode was a bit like slow because when I'm on eco mode, the car doesn't really want to move, and like I just prefer the regular drive mode. On the Type R, you actually don't get a gas efficiency light like how you get on the Sport or other models. So if I switch over to Comfort, it only gives me a white font, whereas if I go to Sport, then the dash would light up red, and then plus R, it would light up even more red. So no gas efficiency indicator for the Type R. But that's fine. I mean, it is a race car pretty much. Tip number 2, you ever wonder how you get preset radio stations on your car? Because when you go on a radio station, you usually hit the seek button until you get to your favorite radio station. There's actually a way that you can preset your stations. So all you have to do is just press on the radio station itself. And then right here we have 2 lists. One is a preset, one is the station. So if we hit station list, this will give you the list of all the stations in your area. So like, let's say for example, I want 88.5, okay? So you hit that, then you go on preset, and then you're gonna put in whatever number you want that preset to be. So if this was your favorite radio station, just put it on number 1, and then all you have to do is just press and hold, and now that 96.5 became 88.5. And you can do up to 12 radio stations. The same goes for AM. I don't know who listens to AM, but you also get a radio station list, which only has 1 station apparently. But you can always hit the refresh button, so that it'll gather all the radio stations just in case you move to a different state or like a different county where they have different radio stations. So now that it's done refreshing, now we have a whole list of all the AM radio stations that are in my area. So same thing with the FM. All you have to do is select that radio station. Once you select it, you can go ahead and press and hold, and boom. And for AM radio stations, you can only save up to 6, whereas on FM radio stations, you can save up to 12. If you want to change your theme, because you can go to an older theme, so if we go under System, scroll all the way down, change skin, and then it's going to utilize alternate system design. Hit next. It's going to change the skin, say yes, and there you go. Now you have a bunch of widgets, a different style on your screen. So now we're moving on to the Honda Link, and as you can see, I've already downloaded the app, and basically you just have to connect your phone to your car via Bluetooth, and this is what the app is. Honestly, I think it's trash. It just basically tells you how many miles you have on your car and what services that needs to be done. The remaining gas mileage is 255 miles an hour. And as you can see right here, I have a maintenance minder, which I would need to change my oil filter. Now I changed my oil back when I had 10,000 miles. I must have forgotten to reset it. So this right here, this is where you can schedule service if you want. And then it's gonna tell you the assigned dealer, where I got this car from, which is at Conocelli Honda. Now it's telling me that the dealer is 5,000 miles away, which, you know, is obviously not correct, but obviously you can, you know, switch on your location and you can schedule service here. Just wait for it to load, schedule service, and it's going to give you a phone number to call, which I'm not going to do because I don't need my car to be serviced at the moment. That's that. And then we also have roadside assistance, which gives you a phone number to call. Again, you really don't need this app. You can just Google roadside assistance, or, you know, just call your local insurance company. Support right here, if you want to talk to customer support, that has that. Roadside assistance, again, it gives you that same screen. And then guides, vehicle guides. You have your owner's manual in this app. So for example, if you lose your owner's manual, you could always go to this app for reference. So I guess this is what this app is good for. And I mean, other than that, let's go ahead and turn to the infotainment screen, see if there's anything else that has to offer, because this is basically useless. Okay, so we're on the Honda Link app on the infotainment screen. If we go under vehicle, we have a maintenance minder, you know, basically the same thing that you can see on your phone, and if there's any recalls, it'll be listed there. So if we go under here, same thing, maintenance minder B1, so that's the oil filter. Go back out of there, messages from Honda, nothing. Help and support, there's a feature guide, quick tips, connection guide, customer support, gives you a phone number to call, and roadside assistance, which also you can just call directly from your screen, which I'm not going to do because obviously I don't need any assistance at the moment. So yeah, I mean, this is basically useless. Let's back out of that. That was Honda Link. Let's move on to the next one. You ever wonder what this app installer is? Well, this is actually not meant for personal use, but this is more of what the dealer uses. So let's say, for example, you went to a dealer and then they gave you something, they wanted to give you a file. so that you can install on your screen. Then they're going to give you that USB so that you can plug it down here so that it'll be able to read it, and then you'll be installing it on your car. Now, I believe they use it for like system updates, but it's not for personal use. So if you wanted to install, like for example, YouTube, you're not gonna be able to do that because Honda doesn't let you. We do have a calculator though. There are some days where you're gonna want to turn the traction control completely off. And we all know about this button right here. This button, which says that it's off, but it's really not. If I have something up here, that means that my foot is on the brake. And in order for us to turn this completely off, all we have to do is, step one is to make sure that your e-brake is turned off. Step number two is keep your foot on the brake. Make sure you're just pressing on the brake. Okay. Then what you're gonna wanna do is press your button right here, your traction control button, turn it off, back on. Okay, with your foot still on the brake, turn your e-brake on, and then let go of the brake with your foot, turn this off, then back on. Then put your foot back on the brake, turn this off, turn this on, and now you see it flashing. So now your traction control is completely off and you're on your own now. Don't be an idiot and do burnouts everywhere. So yeah, be careful out there because your traction control is completely off. And to turn it back on, you just have to press this. There you go, now it's back on. For manual transmission car drivers, so we actually have a light on our dash, and sometimes it'll like flash or beep when it's time to shift. Now there's a way that we could change that. So if we go under settings, under vehicle, and then you're gonna wanna go to meter setup. You're gonna scroll down. So this is your shift up backlight. So this is what's making that light blink if you're hitting near a red line. So you can switch that on or off. Then there's also shift up alarm. You can switch that to on or off. Gear position display, I leave that on because, you know, as a newer manual transmission driver, I want to know what gear I'm in. And then your tachometer, you can choose whether or not you want the numbers, so switch it to off. So if you switch off your tachometer, you get shifting lights instead of your usual numbers or your tachometer. So if we were to rev, that's not gonna make any difference. But if we were to drive, then these lights would, you know, change color, indicating when to shift and when you're about to hit red line. So that's a pretty cool thing. The downside is it just feels a little bit empty now that the tachometer is turned off, but you do get these really cool lights, and your light right there, the red light, would still blink when it's time to shift. All right guys, so here's another one for you. So this is for the SI and Type R owners for the model years 2020 and up. So when Honda did the little refresh or facelift, they decided to add fake engine noises. It's actually one of the things that I hate about this car. Now, there's a few things that I don't like about this car, and one of them is the fake engine noises. So I actually made a video of that on the channel, so if you want to go check that out, I'm going to be putting a card up here somewhere. So if you're wondering how to disable that fake engine noises out of your glove box, it's a 10-minute job. Not even a 10-minute. It'll probably take you only 5 minutes to do it. But basically, all you have to do is just pull this plug that's located in your glove box. Moving on. So let's say you have your emergency brake turned on. Now this works for both manual transmission and automatic. So if you had your e-brake on and you try to move, the e-brake automatically disengages. So e-brake is turned on, okay? And I'm gonna try to move up, okay? See how the e-brake automatically disengages? That was a little bit blurry, but let me just show you guys again. Okay, so e-brake is turned on and we're gonna try to move. See? Automatically disengages for you. And you guys probably already know how to remote start your car, but on days like this where it's snowing out and it's really cold out, you can extend the amount of time because you're limited to 10 minutes, but you can extend the time it takes for this to automatically turn off. And the way you do it is if you press the lock button and the remote start button. So that adds an additional 10 minutes to your remote start. And to turn it off, just press the automatic start button again. Okay, moving on to your infotainment screen again. So for those who have Android Auto, there is an icon called Game Snacks. Let's view all first. It's called Game Snacks. So if you click that, it'll take you to 8 different games that you can play on your screen. So you don't need an Android converter thing. So that's another thing that I wanted to share with you guys. So you don't need an Android box or any type of Honda hack because you already have Game Snacks pre-built into your Android Auto. On some models of our Civics, on a rainy day and you find that your rear view mirror or your side mirrors are foggy, all you have to do is press this button. That way your side mirrors would heat up as well as your rear view mirror. And one final thing, which is a bonus because a lot of people don't know about this about their car, not just for the 10th gen Civics, but all cars in general, and that is the use of your damn turn signals. So if you switch this up, you're gonna signal right. If you switch this down, you're gonna signal left. Make sure to use your damn turn signal, guys, because it really bothers me if somebody in front of me doesn't use their turn signals and then they're all of a sudden they're just gonna make a left or right turn. So that really gets on my nerves.
And now it's time for subscriber builds, where I show off your builds on my channel. And today's first build is...
Our first build for today is from Garrett Butcher, and he says, "Hey Chris, I've been following your channel for quite some time now. I got mine back in May, couldn't be happier with it. K-Tuner TSP Stage 1, intake, tint, some cosmetic details. Hope to get featured. Day 1 fan forever, man. P.S. The Ultimate Motorsports sequential markers are next." Next we have a build from Every Moon, which unfortunately their car became totaled, but I'm glad they're okay. Finally, we have a submission from Mike D, and he says, "Hey Chris, here's my 2021 Honda Civic Sport hatch. I have several mods so far, with more to come. Thanks to you for all your videos." From Mike in Alberta, Canada.
If you want your build to be featured on the channel, send me an email at christimefk7@gmail.com so that your build can be featured on my channel. Back to the video. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and comment down below what you guys think of this video. The 10th gen alone is a really good car, lots of features, and some of it is a little outdated, but 11th gen fixes that. I'm not sure how I feel about the 11th gen style. Right now, it's still not growing on me, but I love my 2 10th gen Honda Civics, and that's the reason why I got a second 10th gen because I do love that style. Anyways guys, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Comment down below what you guys think of this video, or if you have any future suggestions on what kind of videos that I should be doing on the future. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I do post regularly on the channel. Thank you all for watching. This is Time FK7, and peace out.